Hey guys, congratulations. You scored a perfect score on your one-step equations in your algebra pretest. So this is a choice for you if you would like to work on some fractions. These are one-step equations that involve fractions, and it helps review some of those things that we may have forgotten since we've concentrated on just fractions. Okay, so my first equation, 1/7 x equals 3. I can solve, there's my variable x. To get rid of that fraction, I want to multiply by the reciprocal. So reciprocal means I'm going to flip that fraction upside down. So that 7 over 1 or 1 over 7 becomes 7 over 1. That's the reciprocal. And I'm multiplying. If I do it on one side, I have to do it on the other side. And 7 over 1 is the same as 7, right? So our 7 on top and our 7 on the bottom cancel. 1 on top and 1 on bottom can cancel. So I'm left with an x on the left-hand side here. Now 7 over 1 is the same as just 7. So 3 times 7 is 21. Okay, my second equation, here's my variable x. So I want to multiply by the reciprocal that's with that variable. So 2 over 5 becomes 5 over 2. I flipped it upside down, and I'm going to multiply. If I do it on one side, I have to do it on the other side. Okay, so my 5 on top and bottom cancel. The 2 on top and bottom cancel, and I'm left with the x. Now here you can solve one of two different ways. So one way is you can multiply the top numbers. Remember, 8 is the same as 8 over 1, and we multiply fractions by multiplying straight across. So we could do 8 times 5 is 40, and 1 times 2 is 2, and then I can simplify that. 40 divided by 2 is 20. Okay. The second way I can think of this problem, and the choice is completely up to you, how do you like to multiply, is I see this 8 and this 2, and they have a common factor of 2. I can divide 8 by 2, and I can also divide 2 by 2. So they have a common factor, and I can divide them both by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So then I can multiply on the top. 4 times 5 is 20. And on the bottoms, I end up with 1 times 1. So that's 20 over 1, which is the same as 20. Okay, so two different ways to solve that multiplication there. You can choose which way you like best. All right, our last problem here are variables on the left-hand side. So we're going to look at this fraction over here with the k. We want to do the reciprocal, so we're going to flip it 8 over 3. Now this one's a negative, so we also want to make that a negative. Okay. And if I do it on the right side, I'm going to also do it on the left side. So multiply by negative 8 over 3. It's the reciprocal. So when I multiply by the reciprocal, that cancels, and I have a k left over. Okay. And you can decide which way you like best here. I see a 3 and a 3 that can cancel on the top and the bottom. And the negative 8 and the 4 have a common factor of 4. So negative 8 divided by 4 is negative 2. 4 divided by 4 is 1. So I had negative 2 on the top. I just have a 1 on the bottom. So negative 2 over 1 is still just negative 2. So there is my answer. If you have questions, please ask. Okay, you can try these equations and solve the riddle.